Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Queen Agaba. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on NigeComSat. You can download the Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. The Community Court of Justice, ECOWAS, has delivered its ruling in a case concerning Khalifa Abiola and two others and the federal government of Nigeria over alleged claims of human rights violations involving late Kudirat Abiola. In its ruling, read by Honorable Justice Edward Amoako, Ashante, Judge Rapporteur, the court declared the case inadmissible because the applicants lacked the capacity to sue in this case, as they neither established evidence of direct relationship with late Kudirat nor presented any legal mandates to use as indirect victims on behalf of her estate. The court also dismissed the objections of the respondent, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, challenging its competence to determine the matter, which it described as beyond the scope of Article 9 of the Protocol of the Court. The National Association of Nigerian Students has called on President Bola Tinubu to wade into the altercation between the Senate President, Akpabio, and the Senator representing Kogi Central, Natasha Uduagan. The association made the call in a statement signed by its National Vice President, Shileola Akim Bodunse, in Abeokuta, Ogun State, the capital. Akim Bodunse urged the president to settle the rift between the lawmakers before it generates further and causes international embarrassment to the country. Saudi Arabia says the holy month of Ramadan commences today, March 1st, following the sighting of the Ramadan crescent moon in the kingdom. With the confirmation, more than 1.8 billion Muslims worldwide will observe the sacred month by fasting daily from sunrise to sunset. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the 2023 elections, Atiku Abubakar, has highlighted the economic challenges and hardship facing Nigerians and urged government at all levels to take concrete steps to ease the burden on citizens. In a statement on his official X page, Atiku emphasized the importance of generosity, urging Nigerians to extend support beyond their immediate families. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State has described the late former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, as one of Nigeria's finest military officers. The governor made the description during the renaming of the Ikeja military cantonment to T.A. Lagbaja Cantonment. Sanwo-Olu stated that this is more than a change of name, calling it a statement of respect, gratitude, and recognition for courage, sacrifice, and service. Imo State has recorded a significant reduction in maternal mortality, alongside improvement in skilled birth attendance and immunization coverage. Commissioner for Health in the state, Dr. Prosper Ohayaga, disclosed this in an exclusive interview with Global Television's Amarachi Ibe.
Dr. Ohaya said the state performed well in key health indicators during the last annual joint review, particularly in maternal health and immunization coverage. He noted that the maternal mortality rate has dropped, attributing this to availability of more skilled birth attendants and improved healthcare services, noting further that immunization coverage has reached approximately 73%, a major milestone in the fight against childhood diseases.
So, our maternal mortality rates is 576 per 100,000 live births in Imo State. This is one rate that has beaten so many rates in the country. The maternal mortality rate in Imo State is actually the very best
Dr. Haya commended the state governor, Hope Uzodinma, for his continued investment in health sector, which he acknowledged has enabled significant progress in maternal and child health care. He also emphasized government's commitment to strengthening primary health care centers, ensuring that essential medical services are accessible to communities across the state.
Imo State was doing very well with skilled birth workers. We did quite well in our immunization, which has about 73% coverage, but we need to do more. And we are not yet out of the woods. We are moving towards getting out of the woods.
With dedicated healthcare professionals working at the grassroots level, the state continues to improve access to quality medical services. Emelde Edozie, a front health worker, shared insights on the critical role of community health personnel in delivering care to families.
It's a vibrant and a functional health center serving the community. Here, we do so many activities to help the community. We give them antenatal care, we do delivery, and so on. We do lab services, we do laboratory investigation. All of the lab services are being done here. So people come here to do their lab tests in full.
With the ongoing efforts to enhance healthcare delivery, Imo State government is focused on achieving a better healthcare outcomes for its residents. Experts says continued investment in maternal and child health programs is the key in sustaining these gains. In Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
Do you know that global television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch global television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to global television. Benue State Governor Hyacinth Alia has described the death of a media icon and philanthropist Kenneth Gado as a huge blow to not only the Gado family but the entire state. The governor made the assertion at the burial of the late Gado at Ihu Vandekia local government area, where he joined other sympathizers to pay his final respects to the deceased. We'll bring you details of this report subsequently. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says it will not conduct any by-election into the Rivers State House of Assembly until the case before the court is finalized. Reacting to a statement credited to Rivers State Governor accusing the Commission of selectively choosing and conducting by-elections into vacant positions, the Commission says while it is aware of the situation in Rivers State, it will not comment on it before it is sub judice. In a statement signed by the Chief Press Secretary to the Commission's chairman, Rotimi Oyekumi, INEC appealed to people occupying high public offices to be circumspect in their public statement before they mislead the public and cast aspersion on public institutions. Wife of Ogun State Governor Akpabio has emphasized the importance of early cancer detection, urging individuals who have received key messages on cancer prevention and treatment to spread awareness within their communities. Speaking during a cancer awareness and screening program organized by the Ministry of Health and Ajose Foundation at the June 12 Cultural Center, Abeokuta, Mrs. Abiodun stressed that early detection significantly improves treatment outcomes and saves lives. You're watching the live broadcast of the news cycle. When news cycle returns again, Gaza ceasefire deal hits critical moment. We'll bring you details from foreign scenes as well as stories from business and sports segments after the break. Please stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. A quick look at business. President Bola Tinubu says the federal government revenue has increased to 21.63 trillion naira, while reducing budget deficit to 4.127% from 6.2% in 2023. The president, who stated this while signing the 54.99 trillion naira 2025 budget into law at the presidential villa Abuja, says his administration achieved the results through strong fiscal discipline. He noted that the 2025 budget will ensure transformation, empowerment of the people, and building a resilient future for Nigerians. The federal government is owing the electricity generation companies and electricity distribution companies over 4 trillion naira subsidy. Minister of Power Adebayo Adelabu revealed this in Abuja at a public presentation of the National Integrated Electricity Policy and Nigeria Integrated Resource Plan. However, Adelabu regretted the heavy debt that's hanging on the neck of the government, saying that the debt had posed a serious problem on the sector. Breaking down the debts, the minister says while 2 trillion naira is owed to Gencos as legacy debt, another 1.9 trillion naira is owed to them as part of electricity subsidy for 2024, and discos are owed 450 billion naira for 2024 electricity subsidy. In the meantime, the federal government has disclosed plans to restructure electricity distribution companies, citing unwillingness of players to invest in the sector. Adebayo Adelabu, Minister of Power, says the public presentation of the National Integrated Electricity Policy, where he stated that the distribution companies have continued to perform below expectations finally. He says the poor fiscal health of the distribution companies is affecting their ability to attract finance from banks. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority has announced a 6-month closure of Ibadan Airport beginning in early March to facilitate comprehensive maintenance and upgrade works. In a statement shared via his X handle, the agency's Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, Michael Achimugu, says the decision was necessary in order to carry out the necessary maintenance. President of the Association for Forest Conservation and Green Industrial Charcoal Merchants, also known as Charcoal Legacy, Omolola Johnson, says Nigeria might be banned from the exportation of wood and charcoal to European countries if it fails to meet with the December 2025 deadline Trade Act on exportation on non-deforestation related products. She made this known during the training program organized on European Union deforestation regulation held at the University of Ibadan Hotel Mini Hall in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. Johnson, however, stressed the need for a change of narrative attributing woods and charcoal processing to deforestation that the EU is frowning at. On the foreign scene, Ukraine's European allies set to gather in London on Sunday rallied behind President Volodymyr Zelensky after Donald Trump threw him out of the White House and accused him of not being ready for peace with Russia. Stunned by Friday's altercation in the Oval Office, which saw Zelensky depart the White House without signing an expected mineral deal, most European leaders rushed to his defense. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, fresh off his own visit to the White House, says he had spoken to both Trump and Zelensky following the clash and vowed unwavering support for Kyiv. The United States government has terminated its agreement with the joint United Nations Program on HIV and AIDS and innovative joint ventures of the United Nations family, which leads the global efforts to end AIDS as a public health threat by 2030 as part of the Sustainable Development Goals. On January 20th, 2025, the President of the U.S. issued an executive order called Re-evaluating and Realigning U.S. Foreign Aid, which ordered a 90-day freeze of all foreign aid pending a review of assistance efforts to ensure alignment with current U.S. foreign policy. The first 6-week phase of the Gaza ceasefire ends on Saturday. The 42 days since 19th January have seen their fair share of uncertainty, hope, grief and anger, but everything that should have happened in that time has. Israeli hostages, the living and the dead, have been released. Palestinian prisoners also set free. Gunfire and explosions have ripped through a rally held by rebel leaders in a city they recently captured in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. Videos show chaotic scenes with bodies on the streets after the crowd fled the rally in Bukavu, the second biggest city in the east, in panic. Casualty figures are unclear, but reports have quoted a hospital source as saying that at least 11 people have been killed and 60 others wounded. In sports, West Brom defender Semi Ajayi is set to miss Nigeria's crucial 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers in March after suffering a hamstring injury. The experienced centre-back was forced off in the first half of West Brom's 2-0 victory over Oxford United and will be sidelined for several weeks. Following an assessment, West Brom confirmed through the official website that the 31-year-old will undergo a rehabilitation program and hopes to return before the end of the season. Manchester United are reportedly looking into a swap deal for Napoli attacker Victor Osimhen. The Red Devils are prepared to pay £40 million plus Rasmus Højlund, a striker for the Nigeria international. Osimhen, who joined Turkish Super League winners Galatasaray on loan in September, will return to Napoli at the end of the season. And that's it on the news cycle. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365, on Star Times channel 276 and free to air on Nightcomsat. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. You can now download the Global TV Nigeria app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. I am Queen Agaba. Thank you for watching and see you again.